There we are. We're live.
All right.
Yeah. So, hey, everybody. This is me, Vicki, and I am here with our cousin, Natalie Mack. Say hey, Natalie.
Hey, hey, hey. Hello,
So,
hello, Seven Sisters family.
yeah, for those of you guys who are know HSLDA and are members there, you know Natalie already. But Natalie's been my buddy ever since our beloved 2-to-1 conference a few years back, and we just like Natalie smiles and you just want to go hang around her. So
Oh,
but
Vicky.
the thing that's really cool is we were chatting and we both realized we're in one of our job hats. We all have several hats.
One of the hats. Which hat?
Yeah. Is we're both counselors.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah.
So Natalie, tell a little bit about you, so folks that don't know you
Oh,
can tell about your counselor hat, tell about your
okay.
HSLDA hat, tell about your earring
Oh
hat.
gosh, in a nutshell. Oh gosh, I'm a veteran homeschooling mom, been homeschooling 22 years. We
Yeah.
have five children. We have one who's 10th grade. The other four graduated on to college, and some have finished college. Three have finished college and gone to graduate school. Then there's one that's a junior at George Mason Honors College, George Mason
Awesome.
University. What else? Retired Navy chaplain spouse. So to the
Yay.
all things purple. That's the color for
Right.
all branches of the military.
Uh,
And past 2 years, I've been working with HSLDA, which I really, really
mm,
actually love.
that's awesome.
Great environment, really. And I lead and I developed and lead the military outreach program for HSLDA. But my other hat, one of the hats, like Vicki was saying,
Yeah.
I have a master's in education and counseling. So I've done drug and alcohol abuse, social work, marriage and family therapy. And then I took a break, been homeschooling and still dabbling a bit. And so Vicki and I connected with that. So that's
Yeah.
why we were like, hey, we need to like do this.
Yeah. So we were talking about how we can serve our community with that hat kind of on and the homeschool hat kind of on. And we know by the questions we both get
Yeah.
is that stress is a big one,
Yes.
especially in the holidays, but let's do a teaser too. Is
Yes.
also in the post holidays, sometimes anxiety, depression, winter blues, those things kind of pop up because the
Yes.
world is dark and gray in the wintertime. So
Yeah.
we're
Mhm.
going to come back together again in January and talk about some of those, like the like let's give you some skills and some tools to get through the tougher things. So
The tougher things, yes.
yeah.
Like you said, when the sun isn't shining as long, right? Depending on where
Yes.
you are. I guess I should say that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But today this is fun because this is Thanksgiving week
yes.
and everybody's getting ready for Thanksgiving, or everybody's in denial and are gonna put it off till like Wednesday afternoon. I've been there, done that with both. So
Yes. Like
yeah.
yesterday, I'm in the commissary, which for those who are not military, that's our grocery store, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, where, what kind of turkey? What size turkey? So it's like 1 pound per person. We have 13 coming.
Woo.
Well, we have seven in our own family, so like,
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
but in any case, it was like, okay, I got to get turkey, and my husband had been stressing out. You haven't gotten the turkey yet? I'm like, the turkey will be there. Then I'm panicking, like, I hope it's there. I
Oh,
hope.
it's here. Yeah. So we want to share some tips for stress management so
Yeah.
that you can have a calm and chill-ish
Yes.
Thanksgiving and then hopefully carry that into the holidays. So
Exactly.
we're just going to share some tips, some things that we have learned, feet on the ground in the trenches on some stress management stuff. So, Natalie,
Yes.
what's one of your favorite tips for managing stress during the holidays?
I slow down with schoolwork. And I know
Mm,
there's some families, some moms listening or will listen to the replay and will be like, oh, I can't slow down. I can't
mm,
slow down. I can't this do, in terms of schoolwork is what I'm referencing.
mhm,
I
mhm,
slow down and
mhm.
we start to do as much fun things as we can. But this
Yeah.
is me after 20, well, actually, I guess I realized this maybe 3 4 years into homeschooling I began.
Mhm.
But when I first started homeschooling, I didn't understand what that meant, and I wasn't comfortable with everything still being okay if I
Yeah.
slowed down, right?
Yeah.
Everything's there looking at you, and you're like, okay, we got to get this done, and we want to be done by May or June, unless you school year round. And so, but slow down, take it
Mhm.
easy. The academics will be there unless someone else's kids come in and do them for your kids. They're going to be there. So bring that thermostat down
Mm,
internally, and your kids, your family, I typically will follow
yeah.
it, right? They will.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the cool thing about that is when you give yourself permission to bring the academics down, and then also at the same time, remember all of life is education.
All
So
of
if it's not textbooks right now, like you said, textbooks are like dishes; they're always going to be
they're
there.
always going to be there, like
Don't
laundry.
wait.
Like what?
Even if you finished in June, there's probably a few pages you didn't do. So
Exactly.
yes,
Exactly.
but the learning how to make Thanksgiving together or how to be calm together when we know all the relatives are coming, all of that is education.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. All of that. All of that. I think embracing learning outside of what most of us have traditionally considered learning, which is like
Yeah.
the textbook, the paper pencil, right? And that
Hmm.
that has great value.
Yeah.
But learning really is much bigger than that. And that's one of
Yeah.
the things I talk with other homeschoolers about is that for us, I eventually realized homeschooling was not as much about academics as it was about life and family and bonding,
Yes.
all of that. And
Hmm.
so, that's kind of how we look at it a lot.
Yep. Yep. All right. Now I'll give you my favorite tip. My favorite, and everybody knows this is the quote I run my life by.
Yes.
Is all the pictures you have, like you see on all the social media posts or
Yeah.
Norman Rockwell, is this
Yes.
picturesque Thanksgiving dinner and everybody's smiling and it's all wonderful. And so you have this Pinterest perfect idea in your head. So I learned years ago, G.K. Chesterton said, anything worth doing is worth doing badly. And I go like, you know what? Yes.
Read that again. Say that again for the people in the back. Say it again.
Yeah, so anything worth doing is worth doing badly.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so and in real life there's no such thing as that one photographic moment where everything's going right for
Yeah.
that to last more than that like 10 seconds it took to click the
Exactly.
camera, like
So
everybody hold still, we're taking the picture.
yes, so true.
Yeah.
Everyone smile.
Yeah. And
Stop
so
bickering. Take the picture.
in the meantime, the kids knocked over their milk and like there's food on the floor, like whatever.
Yeah.
Is the point is to be together
Yes.
and the joyful not perfectness,
Yeah.
to be able to trust the Lord to develop the fruit of the spirit while we manage getting through
Yes.
the the imperfectness of what it really is. So
Such a
so
good
that's it. Yeah.
point.
So
Such a good
GK Chesterton helps us out.
GK. All right,
Yeah.
GK. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I tell people a lot, life is not lived in the Instagram moments.
Mm.
You know,
Mhm. Mhm.
those are moments that are for the Instagram platform.
Yes.
I love
Yeah.
Instagram, so
Yes.
I don't have
Mm,
anything
yeah.
negative, but I'm saying as
Yeah.
much as, you put those pictures on Instagram because that's the purpose of Instagram, right?
Yeah.
But real life is like always messy, right? Always
Yeah.
messy. And
Yeah.
we have to dig deep
Mm.
sometime to find the joy. But it's there. It's there.
Yes.
And holiday times can be difficult for a lot of families, for
Yeah.
a lot of people in general, different things.
Mhm.
I understand that. This will be our second Thanksgiving after my dad passed, and first Thanksgiving
Uh,
with
yeah.
my mother-in-law who lived with us and we cared for
Uh,
her. She just passed
uh,
in August. So I
mm,
anticipate that. But yeah, definitely.
yeah.
So no picture perfect.
No picture perfect.
Yeah.
All right. What's your next tip?
Oh gosh. Field trips. Field trips. Make the
Ah.
most of as many things as you can do, right? And I
Mhm.
know it's busy. I know you're like, okay, how I'm gonna get a field trip in this week. Maybe not this week because this is Monday and Turkey Day is Thursday. So
Yeah.
you may be like me looking for a turkey. But as you look ahead to the rest of the holidays, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
There's a lot of great magical field trips that are
Mhm.
only available during this holiday season.
True. Yes.
So, you have often nature gardens have like
Mhm.
walk-through lights. When we lived in Virginia Beach,
Yeah.
one of the things that even when family would come is to go
Mhm.
to the boardwalk. So anybody in Virginia
Mhm.
Beach listening or listen to the replay, I hope they still do it. I think Chick-fil-A sponsored it. You can literally drive on the boardwalk in Virginia Beach, and you could tune into a station and hear Christmas music, and they have all of the decorations right there on the beach,
Yeah.
alongside the Atlantic Ocean. So
Yeah.
try to
Yeah.
do that and get out and enjoy some of those opportunities that only exist during the holidays. And make
Yeah.
learning is so much fun for the kids, and it makes
Yeah.
the holidays magical, and it makes you laugh too, right?
Yeah, creating memories, like positive memories, is good for the brain cells, and it's just good for family bonding. And
Exactly.
if you need to just log it, because all of life is education, you
Yes.
put, like, we have drive-through lights in our area at one of the snack factories where they make potato chips, and
Okay.
they have all their grounds are all lit up with lights and all
Oh,
kinds of things. So yeah, things like that. That's sociology. Like,
it is.
this is a cultural thing we do, you know. So like, if you want to just say, we just had cultural experience. This is local culture,
Oh,
it's
exactly.
education, but
Yes.
it's
So
so
true.
much richness, like we are bonding together when we have these positive moments. So
Yes, exactly. The kids love it, and it's
yeah.
just a lot of fun. And it can be, like I said, so busy, right? And
Yeah.
it's hard. I remember, with 5 children, I know there's probably listeners who have more and who have less in it. Whether you have one or two, life is as busy as it feels for you, right? And
Yeah.
so,
Hmm.
not comparing, but more so just that it always felt like, how can I just, like,
Hmm.
take it easy and slow
Hmm.
down? But you really can. And then later you say, wow, that was really awesome. I needed that break.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. All right, so
What's your
all
tip?
right.
It's your
Yeah,
turn.
my tip is oxygen.
Oh, yes.
Like,
I love it. We always
yeah.
have fun together. So tell us.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, like, our best friend is Jesus,
Yeah.
but next to that's oxygen.
Amen.
So God gave us stress hormones, and the stress hormones are useful at times where we need to be a little more alert, or a
Right.
lion is chasing us.
Right.
That really
The
gives
fight or
us
flight.
yep,
Yeah.
gives us a little boost there. But when we're trying to get everything in and everything done, our bodies just flood with the cortisol and adrenaline, and we could so fight off a bear if we needed to, but there's no
Exactly.
bears, so it just
While
stays
you're
in our
cooking
bloodstream.
the turkey, fight that bear.
so but the cool thing is God gave us the antidote right in the air. Like, the only way to get rid of these stress hormones is oxygen.
So true.
And so anytime you get a chance, you
Uh,
just stop and breathe in,
yes.
and then purse your lips and breathe slow out.
Yes.
And that chips away at those stress hormones. And you can teach that to your kids too. Like, when we're stressed, we stop and take a deep breath. If you've got a minute or two, set a timer and just breathe in
Yes. Yes.
like that and out. And as you do that, then it's chipping away at that stress hormones. And it also activates, when you breathe out slow, activates your parasympathetic nervous system. I'm such a geek, sorry.
No, no, I
Um,
love it. I love it. We're geeking together.
counselor hat. Um, but it's the parasympathetic nervous system is part of your calm down, so it gets your body calmer. So
Exactly. And
yeah.
that's so awesome. We don't always think about how God has given us the tools
Mhm.
that we need. And
Yeah.
so that's really impactful to really think
Yeah.
about that. When you
Yeah.
feel like, and sometimes you know how you can feel so tense that you feel like you're hyperventilate, like you,
Hmm.
you aren't getting enough air in, you feel a little
Hmm.
bit dizzy, you feel a little bit lightheaded, you
Yeah.
feel something's odd, and you realize, "Ooh, I've been holding,
Hmm.
like, almost holding my breath," right?
Yeah.
You're breathing, but you
Yeah.
can't stop.
Yeah.
And so when I recognize that in myself, then I go, whoa, okay, thank you, Lord, for alerting me,
Yeah.
and just bring it
Yeah. Bring it down.
as I can.
Yeah.
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 So good
All
to
right. What's your next tip?
oh gosh, so many tips. Okay.
Yes.
But we said we're just gonna do a few. So
Yeah.
holiday books. Holiday books. Okay.
Yes.
I'm a geeky person, love the library,
Yes.
I was, oh gosh. And the picture books, I still love picture
I
books,
do
right?
too.
So like
Yes.
picture books, even you are always a child, that inner child,
Yeah.
right? And
Hmm.
even your teens who made that's a picture book, but they remember the
Mm-hmm.
picture book. They remember
Mm-hmm.
that. The holiday
Mm-hmm.
books are so awesome. And
Yeah.
so I always refer people to, and this is a plug for Read Aloud Revival also. Mary
Oh.
McKenzie
Mm-hmm.
has some incredible book lists. I know Seven Sisters, you all have a wealth of information
Mm-hmm.
about,
Mm-hmm.
books and read alouds and all kinds
Yeah.
of things. So just go and get a few.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most homeschoolers have at least what, 3, 4, 5
I
libraries.
know. So we got so Seven Sisters. If you're listening here or listening later, add your favorite Christmas books
Awesome. Yes,
to the list. Yes.
yes. Add your favorite. Definitely.
Yeah.
And go get those Christmas books and just take a little bit
Yeah.
of time. They're picture books, so like they're not
Yeah.
chapter books. So it doesn't
I
matter.
know.
But it's
You know, family time and read
exactly,
them together for old time's sake.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Stress
Yeah.
reliever, definitely, as you
Yeah.
laugh at
Yeah.
and just feel those warm and fuzzies
Yeah.
about Christmas, about the holidays period.
Yeah. All right. So we'll both share one more. So we'll share one.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I am I there are things I like to do and there are things I do well,
Okay.
but being organized is not one of them.
All right.
And so we have one of our seventh sisters is Allison. You never see Allison. Allison is very quiet. She wants to be behind the scenes on everything, but she is a master at events. Like a master. Like the whole world goes like, ask Allison, if there's
So,
so there is a blog post on Seven Sisters, and I'll find it and drop it in the links that she wrote like 11 years ago. But I have run my holiday events by her blog post for years. She also did one on graduation parties that I have used ever since
yeah.
then. And
Yes.
it's just like little tips on pacing and organizing, or
Mm,
like
mm,
things like if you're setting up a buffet, like sometimes you got so many people, you're not going to sit around the table. So you're doing
correct.
more buffet style. You put the silverware and napkins at the end instead of the beginning, because then people are not having to juggle that while they get the food. Like, for
Smart.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that, just little things like that help things just feel better,
Yeah.
more under control. So I couldn't think those thoughts, but I can always every year get out the blog post and read it and go, yeah,
And
that's
read
how we
to
do
be
it. Yeah.
reminded, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll drop that post link in the comments also. So
Yes. 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 Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Awesome.
All
Awesome.
right. How about you, Natalie?
Oh gosh, I'm going to kind of piggyback on that with the idea of maybe prioritizing as
Mhm.
much as you can. I will be honest. My husband uses that word, and I hate the word, but I hate the word
Yeah.
because like it forces me to slow down
Mhm.
and think about really what are my priorities and
Mhm.
what are my things that I just want to get done, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes those want to get done's are great, but
Mhm.
maybe it's stressing you out. And
Mhm.
no one maybe cares but you.
Yeah.
And you do matter. I'm not saying that you don't,
Yeah.
but you may be putting extra work on your plate
Yeah.
unnecessarily. And
Yeah.
so, I just say look at into prioritizing, look into
Yeah.
making sure that what is on your to-do list really
Yeah.
makes sense and it should be there. And
Yeah.
it's not extra, right? That you're not
Yeah.
running around, doing things that are creating more stress for you unnecessarily. So
Yeah, because you can't do everything. So some things have to.
do we ever realize
Yeah,
that though? I like we do, but then we don't, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
I know our 2-to-1 buddy Colleen Kessler once was
yeah,
talking, and she said we have so many balls to juggle, and every morning we have to get up and decide which balls to drop.
yes, I
Yeah,
remember seeing her. Yes, hearing her say that, and I've seen it too posted on social.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. Which balls are you going to drop?
yeah,
That's the reality. Be okay
yeah.
that some balls are going to drop.
Yeah.
They're
And
okay.
when you choose which ones to drop, it feels a little more under control,
Exactly, exactly. Versus like, oh my God,
Ah,
I didn't want that one to drop. But when you make a choice and you go, oh, it's okay.
yeah,
Oh, it's okay.
yeah.
I love.
So, all right. So, seventh siblings, if you have some ideas for stress management,
Yes.
drop them in the comments, and maybe we'll turn it all into a big blog post to share with each other.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that just popped into my head. We should do that.
Yes.
All right. And then if you've got questions about anxiety or depression or things like that, because the winter's coming, and for some people, that's really hard.
It is.
Or there's tough things going on in life, and that's hard.
Mhm.
You can always send me some questions, and then Natalie and I will talk about those
Mhm.
in January when we get back together.
We'll be back.
Yeah. So thanks everybody. Yeah. And Natalie, y'all have a great Thanksgiving. All you guys have a
Yeah.
wonderful Thanksgiving, and we
Yes.
will see you later.
Yes. Bye bye, everyone.